This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield and his better half, Marnie Winfield.
Check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check.
Check a microphone, check a microphone.
Check a microphone, microphone, microphone.
It is the 29th of April. The year is 2021. Also known as NFL Draft Day. I'm Corey Winfield.
Marnie Winfield.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Yes, big day in the world of sports. And I was really hoping, if you saw my Facebook message earlier, my post.
Very appropriate.
Yes, because I had heard that the Detroit Lions loved Cox. And it's a linebacker from LSU. And they were so in love with Cox, like they were so excited to have Cox in their building. You know, they just were real big on Cox, and they didn't take him. They didn't take Cox, which I was really surprised that they didn't take Cox because
who turns down Cox?
I know, right? Especially so big and strong. You know, I don't know.
I can't believe I participated in that.
Oh, I love it. No, but they took offensive linemen, so whatever. Lions, they have a lot of work to do. I'm not personally a Lions fan. I'm not a fan of any team, really. Lean maybe towards the Cowboys because I did live in Dallas. But no, fantasy football is what I do, and I have no loyalty to any one team now. Just my guys. Which, if you would like to participate in the 2021-217 Recovery Fantasy Football League, hit me up. There's going to be a buy-in this year, but there's going to be some great prizes for the winner, which probably won't be me again. It's hard to repeat. Mm-hmm. It's hard to repeat. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done it before, but I'm just saying. Hit me up if you're interested. We got some shout outs to get to because it is Thursday. We'll get to that in a minute. I did want to mention I had a woman reach out to me today, and she was talking about the Michigan Clean Slate Act thing that's going through, whatever. Do you know much about it?
No.
I didn't either until I read it.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, the applications went out earlier this month, like a couple weeks ago, where you could apply to have
it's
your
expungement.
Yeah, but nothing's going to happen until 2023. Yeah.
So tell me about it.
I just did.
No, like what qualifies?
Well, if you have a non-violent felony and it's been longer than 10 years, you ain't got no troubles. If it's a misdemeanor, I just had it pulled up too. I don't know, I'm tired. Yeah, they're creating an automatic process after 7 years. Non-assaultive felonies after 10 years. The misdemeanors are after 7.
And you have to apply?
The application, the revised application, it was available April 11th. Revised, the waiting period, eligible to set aside, treating multiple felonies or misdemeanor offenses rather than the same transaction. Anyway, there's more info. If you go to our website, I put a link to this page that has all the info on it, so you can go read it for yourself instead of hearing me go, I just had it. 217recovery.com. Go to the resources, like if you're on a computer, like resources, it'll be like a little drop down, and you go to help services, and then scroll down, and it'll be under Michigan Clean Slate. So,
cool.
There you go. Made it easy for you. Because she reached out today and was wanting to know about it, and I was like, yeah, go to our help services page, and she's like, didn't work. I'm like, wait, what? The page worked. It's just I had legal, because I just assumed that would be where legal stuff would be.
Oh.
But some of the links didn't work, but they do now. Every single one on there works.
Nice.
So I had to go and clean that up because I hate that. Mm-hmm. Stuff doesn't work. Our app works, though.
Yeah.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been adding the app. So that's very cool. And we had our second meeting. We had AA meeting on Monday, and then we had a NA meeting yesterday. And it went very well, and Justin and I were excited. And
that's great.
Some participation. I even participated.
Excellent.
And Justin said, "Man, Corey, you look tired, bro."
Man.
I know. And you even told me that yesterday, too. You're like, "Man, you look so tired."
Because you were, like, falling asleep, like, while you were sitting up talking to me. That indicates tired.
Is that what I look like right now?
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm very tired. I have to get up early tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So we do the podcast usually at night, but I mean, I guess we're right on time. I would say we're early, but not really. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How was your day? Something you want to talk about?
My day was all right. I had an early start, and work's work, but I did have an opportunity to do a presentation that I had to put together in front of, it was Zoom, but a group of people. And, it was one of those kind of like face your fears kind of deal. Because, I was prepared, but I didn't want to get it to be like polished to the point where it seemed like fake. So, but it rolled out pretty good. So, but it was one of those things where I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. And then I was just like, So, adulting. Doing adult stuff.
You got to do that every once in a while. And that's cool that you faced, I guess it was a fear. I don't know if it was a fear, you just didn't want to do it.
Well, it was kind of it was a first for me. I presented before, obviously, in college, presentations and what have you. But, like, this particular circumstance, I never had been, put on the spot like that. So, and it's always good when you're familiar with the subject topic. Obviously, that makes it easier. But, and then you never really know if you're going to have, if the words are going to come out right and the flow is going to stay there. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So, but it went well. So I'm proud of myself.
So you just wing it. And if you mess up, you just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, and laugh at yourself or whatever.
But don't, make a big deal about it. Oh.
Yeah.
Unless you, trip on a cord on your way up there or something. This is on Zoom, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Who does that?
It was actually a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you just keep going. Because most of the time, you're the only one that's really going to know you mess up. And it was just word.
Yeah.
Words of advice.
Yeah.
So what do you know about homelessness?
What do I know about homelessness?
Didn't
we talk about this before once?
I don't know.
Homelessness. I've been homeless before. What does that actually mean? What is it? What is the definition of being homeless?
Didn't Garth Brooks write a song about that?
That's shameless.
I'm home. Oh, you're right.
Oh my God.
I'm homeless. I'm homeless more than I used to be.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
No, I mean, without a residence. So what does that really mean? Because there's lots of, I know that there's the qualifications of actually, you have to literally have no roof over your head sometimes to get assistance to be considered homeless. Like, you don't have, you're in the elements.
What if you're living in your car, parking at Walmart?
I think that actually somehow, I don't know. It's tricky.
Homeless like I used to be. And I'm going to write a song called Homeless.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, so I don't remember because there was a couple minutes where I stayed in my car.
Didn't you do that by choice?
It was a friend. Kind of, yeah. I mean, there's places I could have went. Mm-hmm. but I want to.
Yeah, that's always, I mean, that's how it was for me. I mean, I wanted to be where I could, be in my addiction. And any place that I would have chosen to go or that was available to me would get in the way of that. And, that's just how powerful it is. So, I think that's true for a lot of people.
See, I don't know. I tell every story like 1,000 times, so it doesn't matter. But when I was in Grand Rapids, and that dude had the cast on his foot, and they put it on the wrong one because he was homeless. There's two guys. This is when I was at Turning Point in Grand Rapids. And one guy was leaving, and him and they were like both, I don't know if they were buddies, but they knew each other because they were both homeless. And they stayed down in the tent city of Grand Rapids, whatever. And the one guy said, "No, I'm not gonna go to sober living. I'll just take a spot from someone who needs it. I've been homeless. I know how to survive out there, and I'll be just fine." I thought, wow, this guy, sacrificing, his own comfort so that someone else can get a spot in sober living. That's just amazing. And he left, and I thought, man, that guy might turn it around. And his buddy, who was still out there, he was the one with the cast on his leg. He wore it on his left leg. And he said, "Well, they can't release me until my leg gets better because it's broken." I said, "Well, how'd you break it?" He was like, he made up some stupid story just like that. The cops were chasing me, and I stepped in a hole, twisted, and I was like, "Oh, so you sprained it?" No, it broke. He's in a walking boot, and well, anyway, one day he came out of this room, and he had it on his right leg. And the people were like, "What are you doing with the cast on that leg now?" Oh, and I think he said something about the doctor told him to switch it up. And they're like, "What, huh?" Like, you're being stupid, And so anyway, he kind of admitted that, yeah, he was just there to get out of the cold because it was like January. And he didn't want to be out in Grand Rapids. I think the high of that week was like -4.
Wow.
And he wasn't about that kind of life. And he said he needed to add some weight, so he went to rehab. And was going to milk it for all he could, until he got at least to the positive number. But he said he couldn't wait to get back to his tent. Mm-hmm. Because I asked him, "It's like, are you going to sober living?" He said, "No, man. I can't wait to get back to my tent, drink some beer." And I thought, wait, what? Like, who says that? And I was talking with Tyrone today about this. Because, I mean, we have talked about homelessness before. Mm-hmm. But, like, what point does it become that's fine? Not that you have to have dreams of owning a mansion or whatever, but, like, what part of the addiction takes your brain to that level? There's a documentary, I've talked about it before, where they're in New York in the subway, the old subway, and people they're fine with it, man. I mean, they can live. Mm-hmm. And people can live. You can survive. If you've never been homeless before, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, probably scare the shit out of you. Like, hey, you gotta know where to go. Like, I go on the street, you'd be like, "Oh my God, what?" But you adapt, and it's surprising how quick you do adapt. But I don't know if I would ever adapt to be like, "Yeah, this is good. This is fine." I mean, can you survive? Can you live? Yeah. But it's almost more work.
It's a lot of work.
Chasing down $2.25 to get a beer, at the gas station or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I just wonder if there's like in my mind, it's almost like a hill or something, but on a graph chart. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like a spike.
Bell curve?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, like if you get over that, like your addiction's going, and you get to that point where you're just on the way down on the backside. Like, does it get to that point? Is that when you just accept it, and you would rather sneak liquor bottles into like a homeless shelter and get kicked out? You'd rather
people
sleep outside than give up the bottle?
Yeah, I think that people's priorities are, I guess,
Is it because there's
I mean, they've like reset their priorities, and their value system is like they're okay with what they have, and that's how they like it, you know, because I think it stemmed more towards like people being in charge of what they do, or when they owe what and for what reason, kind of deal. I think there's a lot of that there's a freedom element that they can choose to, if they have the means to, do whatever they want. I mean, within limits, and I think some people want that. They like that, and they'll sacrifice the comfort situation and the, luxuries.
But do you think the addiction has a huge part to do with that, or do you think it's just a combination? Or
I think
personally, what do you think?
I think it's a combination. I mean, I think that there's people that are forced into homelessness that have that have faced certain devastating situations, that are hard to get. It have nothing to do with addiction. We know for a fact that not every person that's homeless is an addict.
Right.
That's for dang sure. And how did they get there? And why are they still there?
But
why can't they get help? And why, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's a good question.
But I don't think those people accept it. I think those people are the ones that are using the resources and there's a reason the resources are there, is to help people get back on their feet. But I think the people that aren't addicted are trying to get themselves out of that situation. They're the ones that are working 2-3 jobs and, staying at the shelter and getting up in the morning, going back to work, and there's those people out there. Mm-hmm. Then there's the people that just play the system, like, oh, this is going to be here for me. And, and they can't do nothing. If they kick me out, I'll go to the hospital. Like, I know the game, I know the system, and I'm not sleeping outside tonight, and I'm just drunk. And it just goes through the motions, and how much of that, though, is the addiction? I mean, that's got to be a huge part of it, because I remember we get to a point where I had zero hope. Mm-hmm. And when you get to that point and then you obviously keep drinking, you're not getting hope. It's getting just worse and worse and worse. And that's why, like, I was kind of talking about that hill in my brain, but on a graph chart, you called it a bell cow or something.
A curve.
Maybe, yeah. So, like, coming down that back in, I think that's where they cross over into the, like, I can't find hope. Mm-hmm. Like, they're just zoom straight down. Mm-hmm. Where I don't think I was there yet. I was on my way up to the top to go down, though. That's for sure, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. There were so many times where I knew that drop was coming, but I just was waiting out the storm just because, like you said, I had zero hope. I had no motivation. And it was like, it's only a matter of time until I'm going to be for real homeless again or whatever, and it's not comfortable, staying on people's houses in their couches. And it's a terrible way to live, but the things we do for our addiction, it's incredible. Just insane.
What's the most insane thing?
What do you mean?
That you've ever done for your addiction?
I mean, my whole freaking young adulthood, whatever you want to call it, through my addiction, 10 years of just up and down, drinking, and my priorities were all messed up. I mean, so many opportunities I had. So it's just, it was like a chunk of my life.
I hung out at a dude's house one time and it smelled like dog poop.
Mm-hmm.
Once. It's pretty bad. Just kidding. No, but I'm not kidding. That's the stuff I would do. Just to get a little drugs, and it's pretty sickening. I didn't eat the dog poop or anything. It smelled of dog poop. Bad. Like, I would never do that today. I would leave.
I hope not.
I don't know. I just wish that we could find something or some way to motivate those people. Because we're, okay, you can play the odds and the percentages or whatever, and no, we're not going to save all of them. But you can't tell me that there's some people in homeless shelters right now that are just damn good people that are just trapped in their addiction.
Oh, for sure.
They don't want to be homeless, but they think, you know what? It's Thursday. I did nothing today. I was too hungover to put an application in. You know, I mean, they're really smart, but, you know, maybe they got caught. Maybe they got fired, you know, and they were just living check to check. They got fired, boom, evicted, boom, now what? You know, and maybe they don't have family. They don't have anybody to help them. And now, boom, they're homeless, you know, and I don't know. I just wish there was something that we could do here. I don't know. I guess maybe if I do more research on it, and I'm sure there are people out there doing awesome, cool things. But I'm meeting with a place here in Traverse City next week, and I don't know. I just feel like there's something that I can do.
NMCAA,
Sure.
Northern Michigan Community Action Agency. It's an organization that deals with homelessness. It's a good agency. They, amongst other things, they do a lot of things. We've talked about them before on the podcast.
I'm meeting with a guy from, there's another, what is it, FBCTIFY or something, maybe. It's like people who get out of jail or prison. He's like a resource coordinator for them. Someone holla at him.
Nice.
For a minute, too. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like there's something that we can do.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to hear how the meeting goes.
Yeah. I'll let you know. 'Cause I live with you.
I know.
So it makes it easy.
We got a coffee appointment on Wednesday.
Yes. Now, Kevin in St. Louis, he's thrilled about this. He wants some 217 Recovery coffee. We have our special blend picked out. We
think.
But we want to mix it with a little love.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's next Wednesday as well. And
it's good coffee.
It really is.
It's friggin' good.
You just got to figure out how to put it in your coffee maker. It'd be pretty easy, really. But no, because there's different options. Like we can do a code, which
I'm not a big fan of the code.
I mean, I see where the code can work, but what's the incentive for someone to go, okay, well, why would I buy that when I can get the same thing? I can just go to the store. Because if you order it online, you got to pay shipping. Like if you enter the code 217 or something, you know, could you save $2 or get free shipping? You know, like what's the incentive there? I don't know. Because he said it can get pretty expensive. He's like, and then with the shipping, he's like, you're talking about $20 for a pound of coffee. It's like, yeah, but it supports a good cause, so somebody might do it. He's like, yeah, but not a lot of people are going to do that. And then I was like, yeah, you know, technically we'd only make $1 off every bag, and the post office is making $5.
Right.
I mean, that's the post office coffee is what that is. So I'm like, yeah, that is.
Oh my God. That's funny, actually. My post office coffee.
I know. It's
brought to you by the USPS.
It's supposed to go for recovery, but it's really just helping the post office. But so, yeah, I don't know. We got to figure out what to do and how to do it. And do we just say, because he said we can make our own bags and he would just hand it to us. But I really I guess we could put a small label on there like this is Leland All Coffee, you know, Leland All Coffee Company, because like that one place in Seattle, those bags were just gold. Like they look like some cheap ass, like.
Yeah, I know.
And we'll slap our logo on there. Like, here's a bag. Who made the coffee? Oh no,
right?
Some leprechaun bag.
No,
factory.
we're for sure gonna do it. You know, and see how it rolls out, and then, you know, depending on how it works, then we can tweak that or.
Do we do like a big push, like Recovery Month or my birthday or every Tuesday? I don't know. Like,
I mean, recovery months would be ideal. That's September, right?
Mm-hmm. We could find... Where do people go? Well, I mean, meetings, AA meetings, NA meetings, stuff like that, which are opening up more. But, like, we're, like... I would say the beach, but that wouldn't work. Because you first thought, oh, the beach. Oh, yeah. They have some, like, hot dudes and hot chicks out there, you know, giving samples of coffee. First of all, that would intimidate people.
Coffee?
No, like some buff dude coming up. Hey, you would try some coffee?
Oh, where'd you come up with this idea?
Right now, or you know, some chick walking up. Hey guys, you want to try some coffee? Oops, I spilled a little bit on my way.
Where are the normal people?
At home with their money, wishing somebody would come knock on their door and sell them some coffee. I don't know. Like, there's got to be a place that we could go. I don't know. Festival. You know what? The Cherry Festival is too late, and I don't know if I want to be all out with the different strains of COVID's popping up everywhere. How come Michigan doesn't have a strain? Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of people in Michigan apparently have COVID. California's got a stupid strain.
Really?
And so does Brazil. That's the whole country, so I guess. Whatever.
Do you think a day? Well, I was listening to the radio today, and they were talking about.
It's good.
Oh, it was good, and they were talking about how, like, when do you think the day will come where this is like kind of like nobody talks about it anymore? You know, like how long do you think it will take? Because in the whole, you know, scheme of things. I mean, there's been plagues, quote unquote, before. If you want to call it plague.
I think a lot of people back in the day called it plague because it was.
I know. I'm just saying, that's why I said quote unquote. I mean, like, huge pandemics of some nature, outbreaks, if you will. Like, hundreds of years. Or somebody, like, are kids going to be like, wear a mask? Probably not.
I don't think our kids will even go outside. I don't know.
Oh, now we're getting real deep.
Like, I think it'll be to where you're born. You might be, like, in the real world for a minute, but then you just, like, get plugged into like some kind of machine or some computer thing, and you'll just live whatever world you want in your head.
Yeah, way too many movies. I've seen way too many.
Oh, really?
Futuristic.
You ever seen Back to the Future 2?
Yes, I've seen all the Back to the Futures.
Okay, so you've seen hoverboards.
Yeah.
And you've seen hoverboards in real life.
Right?
Yeah, it's real. Remember on the Jetsons?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're too... No?
I remember the Jetsons.
You know, cell phones and flying cars, and we're going to get there. Watch the Jetsons. Somebody from the future came back here and wrote that.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember their names?
George.
Judy.
The dog.
Jane.
I don't know.
Huh?
Me, George Jetson. Yeah.
Rosie. She was the maid.
Was her
a
last
robot.
name? Was her last name Palmer?
What?
What?
It didn't have... It's supposed to be a joke of some kind.
I think it's just...
Whatever.
All right.
Terrible.
I guess it's that time.
Thursday night shout out with 217 Recovery.
Well, Andrew, if you made it this far, man, thanks for listening. Really do appreciate it. No, Andrew, happy birthday to you, man. You got a shirt.
Yeah.
Man, Eric.
Happy birthday. Saw the pic.
Uh-huh. You liked it. It's one of our On Life's Terms shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Which is On Life Terms is what it says. And then has like a mirrored 217 Recovery like circle logo around it. It looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought so too. He was like, thanks for this badass shirt, and gave us a shout out and told people to like us and follow us and stuff like that. So, yeah, congratulations, Andrew. And I know he was doing well, and Eric said that he really wanted to give him something. And I was like, man, here, give him a shirt. You know, he's like, he'll really like it. And I was like, cool. And he was like, yeah, he's a good dude. And, you know, he's been doing really, really well. So,
awesome.
Andrew's getting that good life.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, and thanks for sharing that stuff, man, and appreciate it. And welcome to the family. Mm-hmm. Also like to shout out to Kelly with an I. Mm-hmm. Kelly O. Mm-hmm. She's the one who reached out to me earlier about the clean slate thing.
Ah.
And Jamie.
Okay.
Not Kelly. Not Jamie Kelly. Mm-hmm. Not that there's a person named Jamie Kelly. I'm backtracking. But now I guess I kind of did give a shout out to Jamie Kelly, didn't I? Mm-hmm. If he is a real person. And Eric, yeah.
All right. Excellent. I'm shouting out Carrie with a K. Whoa. Yeah, follow suit on that one. And Paula and Laura C. She's helping me out today with some resources and potentially a big help in my world. So
get you a yoga shop she gonna recommend for you?
No, just some referrals. So anyhow, no, our beautiful parents. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I would like to give a shout out to your sister.
Okay.
Shayna.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go. Is that it for shout outs?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
217 Recovery app, like I mentioned earlier, is live. It's wild. Listen to the podcast on there. It's very simple. It's nice, clean, crisp, easy to navigate, read our blogs, and join us for meetings right there from your phone, Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. It's in the meetings. And if you want more meetings, well, maybe you can run one.
There you go.
I'm about that life. I'm about passing responsibilities on. For real. I will. But, yeah, check out the app and like us, whatever you do. Appreciate you listening, though. And share it with your friends if your friends are cool. And listen to past episodes if you want. 217recovery.com is our website.
Thanks, everybody.
Stay sober.